Welcome back to Under Oath. Welcome back to Under Oath. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Sitting next to me is my friend, my compadre. I wouldn't say my reason for being, but close enough.
Thank you.
James John.
Thank you. I love that intro, man. You always do right by me when you introduce me.
You know why? Because I have been so fortunate to have this relationship.
I love you, man.
You know?
I do.
Without you, I couldn't tell people I have black friends.
It's funny because I'm so big. I count as two friends.
No.
I got black friends. Without our comedic friends, certain situations would be so hard to get past or through. And let me give you an example. When I lost my gig, remember I lost my job, my regular job?
What are you talking about? That's half my material.
Bro. When people at home, you don't understand. When I came and told my comic friends I lost a job, there was no, hey man, that sounds rough. You're gonna get through it. It was
a little hug.
There was no hugs. It was brutal.
I beat you like a baby seal.
You did.
Oh, it was so good.
But guess what that did for me though?
It got you over it.
I got over it.
I got you.
I got over it.
We have a
man.
friend of ours who's another comedian who lived on his couch for 2 months.
Yes.
Yeah, he was telling me I've been on my couch. You don't have good friends.
No, you don't.
No, you know what
don't.
good friends do? We don't let you wallow.
No.
We'll drink with you over it.
Yes.
But we're going to beat you up while we're drinking.
Yes, we are.
And I think the point of it is that if you're not allowed to wallow in it, you can build that anger up.
Jeff was kind enough when I lost my job. He took me to lunch. He goes, James, no, don't worry about it. I got lunch because, you got fired. But I was like, you son of a... But I laughed and I got over it.
Yeah.
And it was fine, man. So you got to have friends that'll bust your chops.
I think that's the point of it.
Yeah.
The point of failing is to have people around you who won't catch you. They'll push you in the right direction.
There you go.
They can push you back into your shoes again.
That's right.
When you get knocked out of your shoes, I think of that Stand By Me where the kid got killed. They were looking for the kid, and the kid got hit so hard it knocked him out of his shoes.
Yes.
My job is to put you back into your shoes.
That's right.
That's it. Hey, listen, we got walking to do. It's like the long
long walk. Yes.
Stevie, let me help you, even though I might die too, but not the point.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I get that. So
this is a good one. We got a really good one, man.
just so you know, James asked me blind questions that I don't know. It's like taking a bar exam.
Correct.
And the only study I have is my last 30 years of practicing law.
Only that. Only 30
Only that.
years.
And the ridiculous amount of bars that I've been through.
Gotcha. Now, Legally Screwed, man, this is a really good one because I'm putting myself in the shoes.
You say it's a good one.
Bruh, you tell me.
All
Okay.
right.
First 4 words. Cemetery lost a body. Right?
That's why I'm getting cremated. That's cat litter. No, that's Jeff. No,
you could easily hide it that way. That's funny. That's
Yes.
getting cremated, they ain't gonna lose
that
me.
smells like that. Wait, there's a floral scent off that.
Oh, florals.
No.
If you scratch it, it smells good.
Wait a second. And there's a cloud coming off it.
Why is the cat over there?
Muffy, get out of Jeff.
Okay.
All right. Sorry.
All right. Cemetery lost a body. Okay. The cemetery moved my relative's headstone 30 feet, replaced it with one for an infant with reverse dates, and now claims she was never buried there. Despite months of visits and photos, they just stuck her headstone in a new random spot, and we have no idea where her body actually is. So, 30 years of legal knowledge?
Ooh, we lost grandma.
Again. Yes.
This ain't like her just taking off walking around the neighborhood.
No.
No.
Lost the Jeff.
Okay.
Have you ever heard anything like that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they've screwed. Cemeteries are classic for screwing things up.
And people don't
But
know
now they're
that.
better. They're better because they've been sued.
Okay.
But people don't understand about lawyers is when you get sued, insurance companies put these requirements out
Okay.
so that it might not happen again.
Okay. In
Okay?
hopes it
Yeah,
doesn't.
they put a lot of things out there. They change rules. They said, look, what kind of systems do you have to make sure that nobody gets rid of it? Well, we tag this person. We do this. We only do this. We mark it around. There's a lot of things they put in place because this isn't the first time. Wow, they lost
is
grandma.
crazy.
So you lose grandma. And the issue is, what is it? Okay. So everybody knows lawsuits are based on this. Lawsuits, not criminal cases.
Yes.
Criminal, civil, big difference.
Mhm.
Okay, civil cases are based on somebody failing to do something.
Yes.
They either did something or failed to do something. Okay, in this case, they were contracted to take care of this.
Correct.
Obviously, they didn't.
No.
So the question is, okay, we agree that somebody failed. So the first issue is duty. You failed in a duty. The next step is this. What are the damages?
Okay. Now, this is civil. So in civil,
Damages.
it's yes. I don't
In criminal,
know.
there are no damages.
No.
It's just a crime.
Is this one of those pain and anguish?
It's one of them.
Got it.
You have emotionally screwed me up.
Yes.
And what is the worth of my mom's body? Ooh, you want to
How
talk?
do you-
You want to talk
how
about
do
a
you-
variable?
How do you put a price tag on that?
Jury will.
Really?
A jury will. I don't think there is a tag you can put on it. Such a variable that a jury would have to make that decision.
Dumb question because I don't know when it comes to.
And if I was the insurance company for that
okay, that's
funeral parlor,
That-
I would be scared to death.
death. Yes, that's where I'm going.
I'd say, listen, policy limits.
You don't just go digging up stuff, right?
No.
You can't.
Somebody mix it
It
up.
would be.
Where do I find
Yeah.
it?
Where do I dig? You
Am
know,
I guessing?
Yes.
So I'm going to desecrate another body.
That's what I'm. Yeah. You can't do that per se.
Just got to write that check.
It's all it's going to be.
But
isn't it?
here's what's going to happen. Let's say they have a stupid policy.
Okay.
Let's say they had a $10 million policy, something like that. And they don't, but let's say they had a $10 million policy. And the insurance company offered me, let's say, $2 million.
Yeah.
And I passed. I go, no, I'm getting the 10. And
Okay.
okay, I'll let a jury decide. Well, here's the problem. When a jury makes that decision, a judge can always go,
Too
"No,
much.
that's
Too much. Got it.
Or
Okay.
the appellate court can go, that's too much.
Got it.
You didn't show proof of those damages.
And I'm thinking about that from the judge's standpoint. How I would have to tell a family your family member wasn't worth
I'm not
$10
doing
million. I can't.
Local
do that.
judge isn't
I'm
going to do
not
it.
doing that, bro.
A local judge is not going to do it.
He's going to try to get nope. Yeah.
Here, a lot of people don't understand this basic concept. Judges don't like to look bad.
No.
Now, you would think they would mind being overturned, meaning that the appellate court, you don't want the appellate court to tell you did wrong. But sometimes for the newspapers,
I'll let them tell me I was wrong.
Fine. You're going to have to tell me I was wrong.
Fine.
Like I had a judge once tell me he knew he was absolutely wrong. And he said, you're going to have to appeal me, Jeff, because I'm not going to be in the paper tomorrow morning
Because he knew.
because I have to be elected.
People forget that local judges are elected.
Exactly.
Yes.
They're only appointed, let's say a position falls out. Let's say a judge leaves or gets sick or they need an emergency. You can be appointed, but you still have to run for election in the next term. And this is state judges, not federal judges.
yeah.
Federal judges have those jobs for life normally.
And that judge knew when he was telling you that, look, I know I'm going to get appealed. I know what's going to happen, but I don't want to be.
And just so you know, here's a little thing that a lot of people don't get. Certain judges work in certain counties that are either conservative or liberal.
Correct.
So they have to cater to those communities. So let's say it's a tough on crime state.
Yeah.
The judge is going to beat the hell out of people.
Yeah.
In a state like, let's say, New York or Los Angeles or Miami or Chicago, they're light on crime. And they're not, and they're going to really worry about protecting people's rights.
Gotcha.
And when I say protecting people's rights, I mean going way beyond, we're talking about, oh yeah, you got brought in here for assault. Okay, how about you take a class?
Wow.
Now, if this happened in, let's say, Orlando, which might be a little more conservative, or I don't want to say Orlando's as conservative, let's say Alabama or places in Tennessee or Georgia. But Orlando's pretty conservative. They go, no, there's no way. He's got to do some time for this.
Yeah, he did that.
We're going to make sure he's got a big bail and everything else. Certain of these cities, there's no bail.
None.
It's a revolving door.
Gotcha.
Now, you can say what you can about police officers, but imagine you're a police officer. And you arrest somebody for doing something really heinous. He beat the crap out of his wife.
You caught him doing it.
Or something. You caught him.
Yeah, you caught him.
And the
got
dude
him.
wasn't in jail for more than an hour.
That would be crazy.
I can tell you in these big cities, you couldn't pay me to be a police officer. And if you're a police officer right now, listen, I love you guys. I do. I can't imagine doing your job. Your job is, I don't know if there's a worse job.
I don't think I would want to be a cop.
No, there's not a worse job.
I've never, my mom's a retired cop. You know that?
Yep.
I just, seeing what they go through, what they deal
mentally,
with. Yes.
Mentally, you're, wait a minute, I'm here to protect and serve.
Correct.
And within that first year, you are treated like garbage. And I'm going to tell you, my level of empathy is understanding how long you can put up with that before it changes you.
Makes you a different person.
And it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
I was in the military. I can tell you the way I went in was not the way I came out.
You came out different, didn't you?
I came out different. It changed so many things about me. And when I think about when somebody says, oh, this is bad, I'm going, it could be worse.
Yeah.
Because you have these memories, you have these moments, you have being treated like crap in you. And I think when these situations happen, people have to be different. Now, we live in a society where everyone thinks, oh, they're going to sue. It's all about money.
Mm-hmm.
Change doesn't happen unless somebody writes a check.
That is correct.
And I can tell you, I did a big case. I can't discuss it because there's an NDA on it and a non-disclosure agreement that somebody was supposed to be protected by this company and they were abused so badly. That person isn't working anymore. That company, their rules, the things that they hire people for, the background checks have changed. Because the last time could you imagine that teachers weren't background checked? There's still a lot of places where there's no background checks for teachers.
That's insane.
Yeah. Could you imagine you're going, okay, I moved to Oklahoma. I was a teacher in Florida or something, but I had an issue with kids then.
No.
And suddenly I'm now watching these children because nobody did a background check on me.
Shame on us. Yeah.
Yes. So what happens is later, because somebody got sued, they found out this guy was bad. They found out you just put them in a position that they could repeat this offense. So yeah, lawyers, we are hated and loved
at the same time.
But because what we do, we make a huge difference in the world.
Yes.
And it causes people to be better at what they do. So I don't have an issue with that. I don't brag. I don't, I have a billboard where I look good. I think I do. Photoshop is amazing.
Very nice. I took a selfie with that.
But there's no money on it. It doesn't say, hey, Jeff got me $5 billion or some nonsense like that.
No.
I mean, we've had big settlements and I think it might be on our website somewhere, but I don't like it. I don't like setting that tone going, this is about this. It's about taking care of people. It's about making changes. And I've been very fortunate to do what I do. At the same time, I am so glad I'm not a police officer.
Ooh, not for me.
No.
I bruise like a peach.
I thought it was cool. I was Army. I used to love doing that stuff.
Not anymore.
I fired weapons. I was real good at it. I fired expert at everything I did.
Very nice.
I loved it. I loved running through these ranges. I didn't like waking up with people, waking me up from the other side.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
That wasn't good. My time in the Middle East.
Yes.
I
had this allergy.
That's haunting.
Yeah. I have an allergy, Jeff. It's called to bullets.
Yes.
So yeah.
You know why? Because bullets do not discriminate.
They do not, sir.
Nope. I've never somebody go, that seems like the white bullets they're using today. Lucky me.
They smell like pumpkin latte.
Lucky me. I got those from Starbucks.
There you go.
No. But yes, in situations like where people screw up, they wind up writing a check. The question is always how much?
How much? I like it.
Two attorneys arguing. I woke up today and got to see in the news, a person died at the new Epic Universe at Universal Studios in Florida. And I was like, well, how'd they die? Because we're used to that here. We're used to people dying in weird ways. Some have heart attacks, some have kidney failure, some are just old. I mean, for example, I'm not going. I did Guardians of the Galaxy. If anybody wants a really cool ride, Guardians of the Galaxy is the one. But if you get sick on rides, Guardians of the Galaxy is not the one.
Did you get sick on that ride?
Beyond belief.
Are you still sick from the ride?
I'm still sick. I had PTSD from that ride.
What happens
I served
in the
in
ride?
Middle East and I was good.
What happens
Guardians
on the
of
ride
the
that
Galaxy gave me PTSD.
You're so vehemently opposed to it?
Okay, the ride has a little thing. It's not just a roller coaster. The whole ride spins.
Oh God!
It's like.
So you're going up and spinning as
it's
you're
like
going.
The teacups.
The teacups. If you put the teacups on a roller coaster.
On a roller coaster, that's the ride. And I didn't know this.
That sounds.
We go into
like
the
a
first
recipe for
turn,
throwing up.
and the car goes, woof. I go, uh-oh.
I didn't know it was this.
I was praying. I was actually there, and my son's autistic, so he's looking over me. Dada sick. Dada sick. Dada sick. Shut up, Jacob.
Did he like it?
He loved it.
Yeah,
he loved it, and he loved that I was sick.
That is kind of funny. It is kind of funny.
Dada sick. Dada sick. Stop talking, or I'm going to get sick on you. And I really would. I would have thrown up right on him, just to teach him a lesson. See, that's parenting. And
good lesson. What a good day.
It was horrible, but I do know that if I had a heart condition or I had a problem, that ride would kill me.
Well, they got the signs when you go in. If you have back condition, heart condition, pregnant, motion sickness, don't ride the ride. It's right there. It's a warning.
Who doesn't have some form of motion sickness?
Most people.
Everyone has some form of it.
No, most people.
There's a level of everybody I know is go, oh, that made me sick. Everyone knows that one thing made them sick. And they didn't know it till it made them sick. So I'm going, maybe I could take it. Couldn't take it. So if I went on some of these rides, like I now take him to the rides and I walk him up to the ride. I'm going,
actually, I've seen you do this.
Yes. And I'm absolutely happy.
We've been to the park together.
Yeah.
And I've watched you wait for us to go on the ride and come back.
And let me talk about the brave soul next to me. We had a marketing person who used to work for us. Yes, we had a marketing person that used to work with us. And she saw me do no rides through the whole time. We do Jacob Day where we close the office, we take Jacob to the park.
Yeah.
Okay. I was able for 8 hours to avoid every ride. And it was perfect.
Oh, I remember this.
And then this young lady says, "Hey, Jeff, just go on this ride with me. Nobody will go with me. Please go on the." It's like a teacup ride, and it's
exactly like the teacup ride.
And I go, but don't spin it, okay? She goes, "Oh, okay." Craig sees me get on this ride.
Oh, I could not believe
bullies
he was
his way into this floor area, jumps onto it.
I jumped the line to run over to the kettle or whatever.
To jump into this teacup like thing.
You and the young lady.
Yeah. And he starts spinning
okay,
it. And he's laughing.
There's a wheel in the middle of this thing, and you spin it. The harder you spin it, the faster you spin around. I was trying to make Jeff. I really wanted you to throw up. I really wanted that story.
I know you did.
So I was spinning this as hard as I possibly could. I created so much centrifugal force, I couldn't reach the wheel anymore. That's how fast I was spinning it.
And then Craig proceeded to get ill.
I did make myself a little sick.
Oh, Lord. I'm going, you did this.
I did do it.
So everyone has a level of it. They just don't realize till they're there. So these warnings, I mean, I know if I'm pregnant, come on. I know if I got back stuff, if I got some mechanics in there. But at the same time, there are things we shouldn't do. Now, this person went on this ride. I don't know why they died. I promise you they have a lawyer. Not that there was something wrong with the ride.
What if you just have a heart attack and you just happen to be on a ride while the heart attack happens? I mean,
that's on you.
Right.
I think that's on you.
It can't necessarily
be. But I can tell you this. I used to work at Disney. So I was a test dummy. What they do is this.
For the rides?
Yes.
You were the test dummy.
Okay. And Disney, you do this. Before they roll it out, they do what they call the staff and the employees get to ride the rides first.
Oh, you know why? Because you can only sue them for workers' comp.
Yeah.
You can't.
Well, we would do these volunteer rides, and they had this ride. It was called Dinosaur, but before that, it was called Journey to Extinction. That ride took like 25 seconds to get through originally. And then some Disney executives wrote it, go, nope, slow this thing down. Slow it. I remember being thrown around in the back of this thing back and forth, and I was losing my mind. I'm going, this is the best ride ever. Yeah, that's when I was younger.
Yeah, 30s?
Younger, yeah, much younger. It was cool. But then I realized, I said, no, there's no way this ride's going to keep doing what they did. And they did slow it down. And they do that with a lot of things. They do make things safer because they realize, it was a cool idea. But, we don't want to hurt too many people.
I would like to see them put a ride out there that says, do not ride this ride. It is too fast. It is too violent. You have to sign a waiver before you can get on this ride.
Oh, tell me, Captain Lawyer, how are those waivers going to work out if you know it can kill people?
Well, you don't know that it's going to kill people necessarily.
You're telling, it's on the sign.
It's good. It's a higher possibility on
the
this
sign.
roller coaster.
Don't do this. Why do you tell people not to do it? Because it's dangerous. So you intentionally put people on it, and you and I both know things that are inherently dangerous are not protected.
We charge them for the privilege of being on it.
I think when it comes down to stuff like this, because I did a little research, 65 deaths at Disney.
Wow, that's a lot.
65. But only some of them were Disney's fault. For example, if you don't have a bar and somebody stands up and gets decapitated on a roller coaster, I mean, you put yourself... And then there are the people who hop the carts. They jump from one cart to the other and die.
Well, that seems like you're asking for it there.
Yeah, but then again, they go, well, if you know they're going to do it, what do you do? Like I was watching a video the other day, this guy hopping out of the cart to screw with some animatronics.
I hear what you're saying, but if I know somebody's going to jump off a building, should I not build the building? If I know someone is going to intentionally do something extraordinarily dangerous, does that somehow create a duty in me not to do the thing? So I can't ever build the building.
No.
I can't build a building over 3 stories.
You just don't leave the door to the roof open.
I disagree.
Now, if you know something is inherently dangerous, you have a duty to do something about it. And I know when you're saying, well, you can't afford
hidden inherently dangerous thing.
Watch this. How many balcony rooms are there in Vegas anymore? They're almost all gone. Because when people lose money,
to Vegas every other weekend you do.
No, this is the deal.
You've been in every hotel.
Not everyone.
I've been in one, maybe two.
Yeah, maybe three.
Yeah, maybe three. Now that I think about it.
We can keep going if you like. No, but the point is this: people used to, when they lost money, would jump off their balconies.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's why most of the balcony rooms in Vegas are gone. Because they knew this is a problem. You lose $20,000, that balcony seems like a good option.
you get to the top.
They're going, and I don't know if Vegas did it to protect people or make sure they paid. I'm not quite sure. I'm not saying Nevada isn't sympathetic to people.
No, in Vegas, they want them to be alive to pay.
There you go. But, you're talking about people making tough decisions. I mean, Disney, we had a terrible tragedy where people went swimming in the lake. A child died swimming in the...
I don't think he was swimming. I think he just walked down to the edge of the water.
No, he was in the water. He was in the water.
He's a little kid, right?
He was in the water, yeah. And we know, being from Florida, don't go in the lake. See,
Yeah,
that's a common sense thing.
I have a little girl, and when she was young, 2 and 3, she would never be close to the edge of a water at all, ever. Yeah. I was right next to her at all times.
But I mean, if you don't know these things, they supposedly had some signs, but now signs are everywhere.
Yeah, if you're from the Midwest, you wouldn't even think about it.
Yeah, you don't have water.
We
We don't have enough water to drink, much less swimming.
No alligators. We don't know where they are.
I mean, it's a tough thing because how does a company protect itself over a period of time? And we've had some lawsuits with some theme parks. We've had ones where they're just stupid. I mean, I remember they had a back route to get for single riders, and they didn't want people to see what the back area looked like, so they turned the lights off.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
We don't want to spoil the magic, so we're going to have these people walk blindly up and down stairs.
Up and down, uneven set of steps in the dark.
In the dark, because they didn't want to screw with the magic. And it wasn't Disney, so I'm not going to do that. Then we had another good one where they instructed this guy in a wheelchair to do the walking moonway. The ones where you get on and it walks for you. It's like a little conveyor. They told the guy to put his wheelchair on it. His wheelchair got on this thing and flipped immediately on him.
Yeah. Oh, that was unbelievable.
Oh, it's so sad because he's such a nice guy.
In the video, you remember the video? They were pointing. They were telling him,
yeah, go this
there.
Way. Go this way.
He listened to him and he went there.
Yeah. But I mean, that's people giving you bad. We've also had people kill in the parking lots where, that you should have proper security. And it happens, regular things, not like weird things where a guy has a heart attack on a ride or the ride kicks off. Like I see these videos where the huge wheel comes off.
No.
Woo. We talked about that fair rides.
Yep. Yeah.
Fair rides.
Just very, very dangerous.
One of our most popular videos was us talking about these fair rides and how dangerous they were.
Well, it was popular because everyone agrees. Everyone who has any sort of modicum of knowledge about it felt the need to go, yeah, these guys are right, and shared it with all their friends, like your nail video.
But hold on, one question I didn't ask you, because we were just talking about the legality of it. Would you let your kid go on one of these fair rides?
The little kiddie rides that go maybe 4 miles an hour.
The ones like the little Ferris wheels that go up?
No Ferris wheels. No. I don't want her above like 8 feet in the air. And I'll tell you what, I'm even a little sketchy about... You see those like the mazes, like the kid goes in one way and he like works his way through the maze and then comes out a slide. Those aren't put together necessarily very well. I'm scared to death that they're going to collapse while she's in there.
Because the people who are putting them together.
Yeah, the guy's working right there.
Yeah.
He's the guy that put it together.
Okay. Have you ever seen one of these dudes that go, no?
Every time I see one of the dudes. Every time I see one of them.
They look like Joe Dirt. And I'm just like,
no, these are by and large meth addicts.
Meth heads.
People who can't, obvious prisoners
Orlando
who escaped. I don't know. They escaped some Turkish prison, somehow smuggled themselves in the United States and found a job at a carnival. That would be what I would imagine these people's background to be.
I don't know. I every time I see guys working these fairs, and I know they're the ones who helped put this ride together. I know they don't have a back room, a bunch of engineers pop out. No, we're the engineers. We did this. No, it's Joe Dondani over here who, what's this bolt do? I don't know. Put it in your pocket. We might.
They put it together. They take it down. They drive the truck to the next location. Oh,
I don't get it.
No.
I don't get it. You know what? I get it? Because it's about money.
Yeah.
All about money.
Yeah, they make good money.
But I have a question.
Everybody wants to go to the fair. Everyone wants to eat the cotton candy and the turkey leg and the elephant ears.
Hold on. 1 minute left. We talked about the rides, but you just brought up something worse, the food.
The food is worse, but you don't,
How do we know?
because it won't kill you immediately.
Does a health inspector go out there and go, this cotton candy machine you've been dragging through 7 different continents is good.
How old are these hot dogs?
What is in the cotton candy?
Oh, we brought these hot dogs down from Georgia. We were in Georgia last month.
Is there meat in the actual hot dogs?
They taste good, though.
Oh, carny food is great. It's excellent.
The elephant ear is great.
I'm just a little scared that because I don't know if the health inspector, I know the ride inspectors might show up, but do the health inspectors show up?
I don't think any inspectors show up. I don't think any inspectors show up.
I'm a little scared. The food. Now,
But
if there's anybody listening, please tell us
food,
about this. We don't know.
Play the games, do the little itty bitty rides, but
like I've definitely spent a lot of time on a bowl after going to the carnival. So, and this is without going on the ride. So, I have a feeling the health inspectors aren't hitting those up.
seems like a good place to end the show. You on the bowl.
I'm running. Today I have actor Michael Chiklis. Michael, I'm going to tell you something. I took 20 people to your movie Tuesday night.
Oh, fantastic.
And a moment happened.
That's the way to see this.
Yes.
That's the way to see this movie.
I took 20 close friends and some people who really wanted to see it. And my son is on the autism spectrum. And, he doesn't comment about movies a lot, but I'm not going to spoil the scene. But during the big moment in the scene, the act movie, I saw his fist go up and he went like this.
Oh,
and I was going, God, thank you, Michael. I can't tell you how much that meant to me.
I can't tell you what that means to me to hear it. This is the reason I'm an actor. It's the, human connection. That's it. I want to entertain you, and I also want to make you feel something, to put you in touch with your humanity. And I don't know, from the time I read this script, I was like, what a story. This is so fantastic. And it's humble in its nature. It's not sensationalist. It's just about a guy who's trying to, make up for some mistakes that he made. It's a redemption tale. And, football is the backdrop for it, but it really is that. It's a redemption tale. And rarely do you have this sort of wonderful blend, wonderful mix of humor. There's a lot of laughs in the movie and drama, and then triumph, elation. It's the kind of mix that you want. We're not reinventing the wheel, but it's a tried and true, genre that we love. Like, I'm sorry, but when I was growing up, some of my favorite pictures were movies like Miracle, which Mark Giardi produced. Our producer produced Miracle. The Natural, the late great Robert Redford. So many of these movies. The Hoosiers. These are great pictures that you feel yourself in them. You see yourself in them, and it pulls at your guts and your heart, and it just motivates you to do something, to make up for something, or to do something you didn't get to do. It's just triumphant.
The idea of inspiring people, it's almost impossible to have that Rocky moment in movies nowadays because we're so jaded, we're this. But I sat through every piece of that movie and I was going, man, it's about hope. It's about believing that you could fix something. It's about it's never too late. And that's what I love so much about this movie.
Thank you. That's it. That's the crux of the biscuit right there. That's it. And that's when my wife and I read it, we were like, oh, this is beautiful. I would say, how rare it is for me to cry when I read a script. Talk about jade. Look, all I do is read different things, and you're looking for the diamond in the rough. You're looking for a great story. And also all the things that have to happen for it to line up so that you're the guy to do it. You know what I mean? So this is one of those, if you're lucky, and I've been very fortunate in my career over the course of, 45 years of doing this professionally, I've been fortunate enough to come across some roles, that are really special in the context of really special movies, television series, and plays. And then everything else has to come together. The cast, the director, the producers. And this is one of those rare things where Mark Giardi a great and prolific producer of sports movies like Miracle, Secretariat, The Rookie, and on and on. Rod Lurie, Academy Award nominated, phenomenal director. The Last Castle, Robert Redford, just an amazing director. Mary Stuart Masterson, a national treasure. Rob Corddry, and these kids that I got to work with. I got to say, you know, I love teamwork. I love being on a team. People don't realize this, but being in a film or a television series or a theatrical production is a sport. It's a team sport. Only it's instead of a small team, it's 150 people, and they're all coming together for a common goal, common cause. And there's nothing more exciting than when you're excited about the team and what you're working on, especially when you feel like you might be on a championship team. It really builds on itself, and you look right and left of you and you're like, oh, here we go. Let's go. You know what I mean? And it's just fires you up to even, like, I woke up 10 minutes before my alarm clock on this movie. Like, my eyes just opened because I was just excited. Now, then I had to sit up and try to get up, and that was difficult because I was playing football at 59 like Mike Flint did. But that was, even in itself, was just amazingly exhilarating, fun.
I can't even imagine when you're reading the script, you're going to go, wait a minute, I'm going to have to get in shape for this movie.
Yeah. I have to say, actors are so goofy. You read something and you have, your first impression is just about the story itself. So, and you're all gun ho, like, oh man, I got to do this. I want to do this. And then I got it. And then you go, oh my God, I got it. Now I have to do it. You know, and then you freak out, or at least that's the way I've always been. And, you know, I was playing Red Auerbach in Winning Time. So I was playing this older, heavy set, cigar smoking, cocktail drinking guy. And I was out of shape, frankly. And I just was like, oh my God, I've got like 6 to 8 weeks. And I just started training like a madman. And, you know, it's just not the same at 59. No. So it's this combination of intense discipline in terms of what goes in, and 80% of it is calories in, calories out. I don't care what anybody tells you, food is 80% of it. Then very strict workout regime, and you got to protect your body. You know, you've got to warm up, sufficiently, and then warm down. So before and after, it's like a whole process. It took over my whole life. And frankly, now that I've gotten fit again, and I'm in much better shape now than I was in the movie, because I just continued with it after it, and it inspired me. And I will not go back. If they want me to gain weight for another role, I won't do it. Use AI. I'm not doing it.
That's some fat suits or whatever they want to put you in, but you ain't doing it again.
No more. Plus, I want to live. I'm going to be a grandfather, and I want to hang around.
When you do an independent like this, when I say an independent, I'm talking about not one of these super high budget movies. The story has to be so solid because you have to rely on great acting. You got to rely on a great story because you don't have 100 to 200 million in effects to spend on.
No, this is a very small movie, and we really feel like David and Goliath too, because even in the aftermath, now that we're putting the movie out into the world, you got to jump over these hurdles. One of the major hurdles that we overcame, and we didn't overcome it, it's just something that you have no say in, is you hope people respond to the film. So the critics and the people, and we got that. We've got a great critical acclaim and A cinema score, and very highly rated with the critics and the audience score, which is the big first hurdle, because they can just kill it before it gets started. They can nip it in the bud, because you don't have the we call it P&A, publicity and advertising dollars. Not only do you not have the budget to make the movie, it's a $7 million movie ended up being around $10 million to make, and then you have practically nothing for a publicity advertising. Whereas the the movies we're up against have tens of millions of dollars. You see them advertised on television. You see billboards when you drive around your city or your town. We have none of that.
None.
This is 100% because of people like you, putting me on your show. And thank you so much, getting the word out. And then it becomes about groundswell, about word of mouth, and as people see the movie. And we've been very fortunate because people have been seeing the movie and enjoying it. And like I say, we got the critics and people are going like, hey, see this movie. And that's what you rely upon, Someone's joined us. Who's that? Hey, Chuck. How you doing?
He might be on a little early. It's okay.
Okay, no worries. In any case, we're thrilled with the response to the picture. This is one that I'm getting out in front of and really working hard to get the word out, because I want people to see this movie in the theater, because it's a communal experience. It's the kind of movie I'm in this movie, and when I'm watching it, I find myself going, go, go. And I'm like, what? I know what happens. I'm in it. It's built that way to evoke that in you, It's exciting.
There's a lot of things. People think this is a football movie. It's a redemption story. But it's very important that it's also about fathers and sons and how you deal with your wife too. And how, your wife deals with your ego situations. I mean, there were so many great moments in this, but, as somebody, I guarantee there's a lot of people going to go, I had that relationship with my dad. It wasn't that great. And I had to find forgiveness and everything. I mean, was that tough for you when you were doing it, or was it just something, I get it, this is what we're doing?
Well, I happily had a wonderful relationship with my father. But I've seen many of my very close friends have very fraught experiences with their dads, particularly with their dads not being able to communicate. Sometimes they, in the case of Mike Flint, and it's not in the movie this way, Mike did reconcile with his father before his father passed away. His father, as it turns out, was, and not to make excuses for the man, but they're pretty good, was a World War II vet who lost his leg in the Battle of the Bulge. And when he came back, he was violent and he had PTSD, and he unfortunately revisited that violence on his son. And it was a very fraught relationship that eventually they were able to overcome together. But there are so many different examples of stories of whether it's alcohol abuse or some sort of PTSD from their past. Everybody has a story, man, and we all have our own stories. We all have things that we face palm about and go like, well, why did I say that? Why did I do that? Where you want to make up for it, and the way Mike puts it, and I love the way he says it, is, I knew I couldn't change my past, but I could change the meaning of it. If I just tried to make this football team, and if I could then make it, maybe I could do something really good with it, and that was his intention. And that's what you got to watch this movie for. There's something about sports too that pulls out the best in us. The human experience of what we're able to do, we're able to put our maximum effort into something and triumph. And as a collective, I mean, this is why the entire world watches the Olympics every 2 years, because not just for the sports, but for the human stories and what they do for us, what they, that triumph, those things, the motivation, the inspiration that we've gleaned from these things is really something special.
I've appreciated your work so much. And, you had just mentioned, I'm going to be a grandfather. This is going to be great. I always wonder, and this is a question I ask some actors, specifically somebody with body work like yours. We got about a minute left. When your grandchildren get to a certain age, what would you recommend they watch of yours that you go, you need to watch this?
Oh, well,
when they're old enough, let's say when they're old enough, when they hit 18.
Well, I'm going to have to take them through certain things. Like, I don't know about The Shield, in that, even though ironically, I think The Shield is some of my best work, both my daughters have still not been able to watch The Shield because seeing your father in a particular context is difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult. And they understand it. Autumn was in it. She was my daughter in it. She still hasn't seen it. She's seen the first one and the last one, and that was enough for her. This is one of them. This is one I can really full-throated see this movie, because for all the right reasons. Also it's a piece of cinema in the way that it's shot. It's beautifully shot. It's a very artistic. There are wonderful artistic merits to this picture, it's kind of the reason I became an actor. This sort of thing, not just the genre, because genres are all over the place, but I grew up watching the great Robert Redford in movies like, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and the 3 Days of the Condor and, The Natural, to name three different genres entirely. But these wonderful actors, took you on a journey. It was almost like watching a novel. And I'm a voracious reader. And I just, also actors commanded a different level of respect in those days. And I think it was because people understood, hey, this guy has been around the world. He's seen a lot. He's read a lot. He's met a lot of different people from all different walks of life. Maybe he's learned a couple of things about the planet, and maybe I could get something from it. And that's the way I felt. And I've been very fortunate because my career has brought me all over the world, and I have been able to see. It also lets you walk a mile in another person's shoes. I really highly recommend that for people. When you go all over the country and all over the world and you spend a little time talking and getting to know people and what their life is like. And sure, it doesn't give you an expertise in what they do, but it certainly gives you a tremendous close insight into who they are and what they do. And I think that that's valuable for people.
Well, I can't tell you much. I love this movie. It's called The Senior by Angel Studios. It's out right now. Go out and see it. You're going to get something out of it. And thank you so much, Michael, for putting that out and being on my show today.
Oh, thanks for having me. Wonderful.
Well, that wraps up today's show. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Thanks for joining us. Special thanks to my two co-hosts, my good friend, professional comedian James John, and my law partner, Craig Lind. This show is sponsored by Kaufman Lind. If you or someone you know has been in an accident, contact us at 407-500-JEFF or 407-500-5333 for a free consultation, or visit us at whenyouneedus.com.